All right. Well, first and foremost, I just want to thank everyone for taking time out of their busy schedule to be here with me today. My name is Dan Kinsey. I'm from Centrilock in Cincinnati, Ohio. It's so unfortunate that I have to travel for this job, and they send me to these locations that are so far away from home, right, middle of nowhere. So, no, I really appreciate being here. First things first, the class is going to be around 45 minutes. It could be a little bit shorter, it could be a little bit longer, just depending on how many questions you have. Now, I want to make sure, hello, grab a seat anywhere. I want to make sure that everyone understands how to use the system. Myself, along with 3 other gentlemen from Centrilock, are here to make sure that you guys understand it as much as you can understand it, okay? So if you leave here today and you still have some questions, we're going to be sticking around class to give you a little bit of one-on-one attention if you need it, okay? Just realize if you have any specific questions that may not pertain to the entire group, just hold them to the end and I'll kind of help you out with those as well. The equipment that you have in front of you, you have a training card carrier sheet, and a training lockbox. If you guys reviewed the script on the back, this is for training purposes only, so please do not take these lockboxes with you. They are not yours. They will not work outside this room. The training card is what we're going to be using today to show you with, how to operate the lockboxes with the cards. When you get out in the field, you can also access these boxes with your smartphone or your RAM card. Okay? So not only is it a membership photo ID, but you can also access lockboxes. Just by a show of hands, how many of you do not have an iPhone or an Android? One? Okay. So my push today is I'm probably going to push everyone to use the mobile app as much as possible. It's the latest technology. It works with the brand new Bluetooth lockboxes. These are brand new. There's a lot of hidden features that you can use to make your life a little bit easier, but you can also use the card if you don't want to use your iPhone or Android or you don't have one. Okay? So with that being said, we'll go ahead and get started. Today we're going to talk about the equipment. The SentriSmart is the mobile application. You can download it on the Android Play Store or the App Store. It's called SentriSmart with an I, S-E-N-T-R-I. If you search SentriLock, it'll also pop up. We're going to talk about the Sentry card, your RAM card, what you already have, what happens when you have a listing, how to make the most of the system, where to go to get started, and how to manage the system. Okay? The 2 main pieces of the puzzle for today are going to be the Bluetooth lockbox and the SentriSmart mobile application. Okay? I want you guys to take a look at this card carrier sheet you guys have in front of you. When you leave here today, everyone is going to receive something. Whether or not you purchased lockboxes or purchased nothing, everyone is going to receive their own card carrier sheet. Okay? There's some pertinent information on here that you really need to know to be able to use the system. Okay? There are 3 things on here that if you leave the room and don't know what they are, you're going to have some trouble with the system. Okay? So these 3 things are really important. The first thing is this 4-digit number, this PIN. Now this 4-digit number is a random 4-digit number that was generated at random for your account, and it's going to be right here. Okay? For today's training purposes is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? What won't your PIN be? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, great. So got that. The next thing we have your username and password. Okay? Your username and password is going to be I believe it's your RAM ID-RAM, and your password is going to be the last 4 of your social, unless you've already changed it. Okay? When you receive your card carrier sheet, it'll have all that information right there. Okay? The PIN is how you're going to access lockboxes, whether you're on your phone or the smart card. And the username and password is how you're going to log into the website and the mobile app. Okay? One little nice thing about the mobile app is once you log in the first time, you never have to log in again unless you get a new phone. Okay? Just much like your other apps, as soon as you open it up, it goes right into the app. You don't have to log in. The last part I want to cover is these lockbox codes. Some of these are a little bit advanced features. We may dabble on some of these. We may not dabble on some of these. We will probably talk about the CBS mode, which stands for call before showing. That sounds like it's a hot topic out here. The lockbox system is as feature-rich or as simple as you want to make it. Okay? If you only just want to put the box on the property and put the keys in there, that's all you need to do, then we're perfectly fine with you doing that. If you want to unlock all the advanced features and customize the lockbox, yes, the lockboxes are fully customizable. I'm going to show you how to do some of that as well. Okay? I had a gentleman in one of my last classes that had a brand new iPhone, $700 iPhone, and he said, the only thing I use this thing is for making calls and occasionally texts. And that worked well for him. But that's also a very capable phone. He can do a lot more on it if he wanted to. So our lockbox system works a little bit the same. Let's go ahead and take a look at the lockbox. You've got 6 message indicator lights at the top of the box. This is how the lockbox is going to communicate with you with what's going on inside the box. Okay? Just like a stoplight, hopefully you drove here today. Green means go, red means stop. In the bottom right-hand corner, you have an enter key. In the bottom left-hand corner, you have a function key. When we start using the card, we're going to use both the enter and function key, okay? If you're just using the app, you're just going to use the enter key. So right now, I want everyone to pick up their lockbox and press the enter key. Okay, you're going to notice it lights up, it beeps, you can see it in the dark. You're going to also notice above that 3 key, there is a blue icon that is blinking, okay? Everyone see the blue light that's blinking? That is the Bluetooth transmission turning on the lockbox. So these lockboxes have Bluetooth to connect to your phone, much like your hands-free in your car, or maybe you have a Bluetooth headset. Same technology, okay? Anytime we do anything with the lockbox, we're always going to start by pressing the enter button, okay? That's going to start the Bluetooth transmission. Think of it like when you're at a calculator, you always press clear first, right? You always press clear on a calculator first. We're always going to press enter on the lockbox first before we do anything. What are we going to press before we do anything on the box? Enter. Okay, good. You guys have had your coffee. I like this. It's a good group. Okay, let's talk about SentrySmart, the mobile app, okay? Why is SentrySmart so great? Well, first and foremost, you can open lockboxes with just your smartphone or tablet. Since the lockbox and SentrySmart communicate on a Bluetooth platform, that means you do not have to have cell phone coverage. So if you're on a part of the island where you have no cell signal, that's perfectly fine. You can still get into the lockbox. The next is you're going to have an instant showing notification. Okay? So when I go to Rich's property, I use my phone to access the lockbox. As soon as I do, 10 seconds later, Rich gets an email or a text, however his preferences are set up, that says Dan Kinsey just accessed the property. Okay? It's instant. You also have automatic credential updates. We'll talk a little bit more about that when we get to the card, but in theory, that just means that you don't have to do anything to the app for it to work. It's automatically going to update you every day. All right? You can also view listings within a half-mile radius, and we're going to talk about some of these listing access indicators. This is a great screenshot of the app, okay, on an iPhone. It looks very similar on an Android, except these tools down here are at the top. Same stuff, same, you can do everything the same, just looks a little bit different. This is pulling a list of listings within a half-mile radius from where you're standing. Now, with these Bluetooth boxes, this is the latest and greatest technology. As soon as you press enter, like a minute ago, like you guys just did, the Bluetooth transmission pops on, and the blue light is going to pop up right here and bring whatever listing that lockbox is to the very top of the list. Okay? Now, let's say you go to Honolulu or Kona or Hilo or any of the other lockboxes that don't have Bluetooth. You can still access those lockboxes with the SentrySmart mobile app. Okay? So it will work 2 different ways. Okay? To access the lockboxes, you really have 3 different ways. You can access the box with the app with Bluetooth, access the box with the app without Bluetooth, or access the box with the Sentry card. I'm going to show you how to do all 3. Okay? Does anyone have an iPhone 4 or older? A 4S will have Bluetooth. Anything older than a 4S will not have Bluetooth. I'm going to show you how to access those lockboxes. Okay? So I've got a quick video we're going to watch right here that's going to show you how to access the box with Bluetooth. It is very simple. When you walk up to the lockbox, what's the first thing you're going to do? Press enter in the box. Turns on the Bluetooth transmission. On the app, it pops up to the top of the list. You're going to select that lockbox, type in your 4-digit PIN, press enter, the lockbox opens up. Very simple, right? Enter, click it on the app, PIN, box opens up. Where do you find your PIN? On your card carry sheet. Good? All right. Quick video.
To use the SentrySmart application to access the key compartment, you'll start off by approaching the lockbox and pressing the enter key. After hitting enter, pull up the application and the lockbox will be at the very top. Select the listing that you're at, type your PIN number, and hit open key compartment. After a moment, the key compartment will open, allowing for you to access the keys and open that listing.
Simple, right? Enter, clicked on the app, typed in their PIN, box opened up. Okay? So what does that look like if you're going to use the app without Bluetooth? You'll notice on the app over here that there's no Bluetooth indicator light, right? So what it's going to do, this will require cell coverage to use in case you're in Honolulu or Kona on the Big Island. What it will do is it will pull all the listings within a half-mile radius. Okay? So if there's a lot of listings, you may have to scroll through a little bit, but it should be probably in the top 5 or top 10. Okay? Sometimes you're on there. I know when I open my phone right now, it shows none because there's no listings in a half-mile radius from Cincinnati. When you click on the listing, it's going to work the same way. you're still going to type in your PIN. You're still going to press enter. The only difference is instead of opening up right away, it's going to give you an additional code to type into the lockbox. Okay? So this is how that works. Here's a quick little video.
For non-Bluetooth compatible smartphones, the SentrySmart is still a great option. To use the SentrySmart mobile application, arrive to the listing and it uses geolocation to determine which listing you are closest to. Choose that listing, input your PIN number, and click Open. This will provide you with a mobile access code which has a varying length of digits. To use that code, hit the Enter key to wake the box, input the mobile access code, and then press Enter. This will open the key compartment. After a brief moment, you'll be able to access the keys.
Okay, so same steps, just one additional step, all right? I really want you guys to understand that if you ever are in an instance and you're on Maui, all these Bluetooth boxes, and you see this thing where it says retrieving mobile access code, it's because your phone never connected to the box via Bluetooth. 9 times out of 10, it's because you forgot to press the Enter key. All right, it will still access the box. It's still going to track everything just the same. You're just going to have to do that one additional step, okay? All right, what else can SentrySmart do? Well, you can release the shackle directly from the phone. What's nice about that is when you do release the shackle, when you walk out of here today, you get your lock boxes, all those lock boxes are going to be unassigned. Who's getting lock boxes today? Okay, good number of you. So when you walk out of here and you look on your app, these are all going to say unassigned. You're going to take a box to a property. You're going to use the app to release the shackle. When you do, it's going to say, I've noticed this lockbox is unassigned. Would you like to assign it to a property? Why, yes, I would. Yes. We're fully integrated with Paragon, so it's going to populate all of your listings that are in Paragon right then and there. You can scroll through however many listings you have, select the listing, and click OK. Now, when Rich views my lockbox and I get a showing notification, it's going to say it's on 123 Main Street, as opposed to lockbox 1234567. Okay?
So the lockbox that you're giving us already has our info in it, or it would recognize our listing.
Good question. The question was, do the lockboxes already have our info in it? When you pick up the lockboxes today, they're already pre-programmed to your name, and your account is already going to have all your MLS listings already pre-programmed in it. Good question. What's nice about that is that the next time you release the shackle, it's going to say, hey, I've noticed this lockbox is on 123 Main Street. Are you removing it from the listing? Maybe the homeowner called and said, can you just move it to the side door, or the back door? Then the answer is no, I'm not removing it from the listing. If you sold it, nice work, you are removing it from the listing. You'll click yes, and it will go back to unassigned back in your inventory. Okay? You can also get a one-day code for your lockbox. Let's say that same homeowner calls you and says, hey, I locked myself out of the house. Can you drive to the other side of the island and let me in? You're going to say, no, I love you, but I can't. I'm busy, but I can give you a one-day code. You can create the one-day code directly from your app, text it or email it to them. They can type the code into the lockbox will open up. Okay? It's great for use for contractors as well. Maybe you're having a carpet cleaning guy or a plumber come over and you can't meet them there. Okay? My suggestion, if you're going to use this for a contractor tool, like I just suggested, is to give them 2 separate codes. Okay? Give them a code to get into the lockbox. Tell them, take the keys out, open the door, put keys back in the box, shut the box, go do your work, and when you're done, use the second code I gave you, take the keys out, lock the door, put the keys back in the box, shut the box. Now what you've done is you've created an access log of when the gentleman or Mrs. showed up and left. Okay? That way when you get the bill for 4 hours, you can check the access log and see if they were there for 4 hours. Okay? You can also view exactly who's been inside the property from the app. So you're having lunch or dinner with your client. They say, just curious who's been in there. You can pull your app up. It's in real time and show them exactly who's been inside the property. It's going to give them the agent's name, the company information, the phone number, and the email address if you'd like to contact any of them right then and there. You can also assign the lockbox to a property if you forget to do it when you release the shackle. So we're going to watch a quick little video that shows us all 4 of those advanced features.
To use the SentrySmart mobile application to release the shackle, you'll start off with opening the application and then pressing the Enter key on the lockbox. After the lockbox has been woken up, access the Lockbox Tools tab on the app, click on the listing, and choose the Release Shackle option. Input your PIN number and hit Release. The lockbox's shackle will immediately release, so hold on to the body of the lockbox. After releasing the shackle, it will ask if you would like to remove the lockbox from the property, restoring it to your inventory.
Pretty simple, right? Okay.
The SentrySmart app also introduces several features from the website and puts them right in the palm of your hands. To start with, it allows you the ability to assign your lockbox to a property directly through the app. To do so, access the Lockbox Tools section and click on the lockbox you wish to assign. Choose the Assign to Property feature, and it will pull up a list of all listings that you are in charge of. As you scroll through the listings, you'll find that these are all the ones that you have from the website. Make your selection from the list, and choose the date that you wish to assign the lockbox. This does allow you the ability to backdate the access log if necessary. Once you click Assign to Property, you will receive a confirmation message. The next feature that the SentrySmart Lockbox Tools section has is the ability to view your lockbox's access logs. This will display for you anybody and everybody who has accessed your property. The last feature the Lockbox Tools section has is the ability to create one-day codes. To create the one-day code, click on the box that you wish to create one for, and then choose what day you would like to create the one-day code. At this point, input the person's name and contact information, and click Get One-Day Code, and it will ask you to input your PIN number. Input your PIN, and you will receive that one-day code, where you can send the one-day code via text message or email to anybody in your contact log.
Okay, so what did we learn?
It picks the one-day code, you don't.
Correct. The question was, does it pick the one-day code? The one-day code is something that the lockbox and our server know exactly what the codes are for each day for the rest of eternity, okay? So you don't pick the one-day code, it tells you what the one-day code is, okay? A couple things about one-day codes. Number one, you can generate up to 99 one-day codes per day. Number two, you have to assign a one-day code to somebody. So when you click Get One-Day Code, it's going to ask you, who are you assigning this one-day code for? It could be Bill the plumber, it could be the homeowner, it could be the neighbor. You just have to put something in. This is for your benefit. My suggestion is always more information is better than less, because when you see your access log, you're going to see when you gave them that code and when the code was used. You're going to want to know who did you give that code to. Okay? The last thing about the one-day code is that once the code is used, the code is only good for 2 hours. Okay? So I give it to the homeowner. The homeowner uses it at noon. Let's say they lock themselves out again 30 minutes later. Let's hope they don't. They can use the exact same code. They can do that until 2:01, then the code expires. The point of that is so if you give it to a contractor, they use it at 8 in the morning, they can't come back at 7 o'clock at night and enjoy the sunset in the vacant property. Okay? The lockbox hours are good from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. Okay? If you own the lockbox, you can access the lockbox 24/7. Okay? Any other questions on one-day codes or assigning the box? Yes, ma'am.
On the 8 to 8, is that Hawaii Standard Time or is that your time?
Okay, the question was on the 8 to 8, is that Hawaii time or Eastern time? That is Hawaii time, and that can also be customized. Let's say you've got a property where the homeowner works third shift, and under no circumstances do they want anyone to access the box before noon. You can go in there and customize the box to deny access up to noon. You can break it down per day, you can extend those hours, you can shorten those hours, you can customize the box. Okay. Yes, sir.
I'm part of a team. Can my partner assign this box to a property and all of that since it's assigned to me?
Great question. I'm part of a team. Can my partner assign the box to the listing? Can they do everything as if they were mine? Yes, you can create agent teams. It's about 7 slides ahead. And we'll show you exactly how to do it. Any other questions on just the information we've reviewed? Yes.
What about assigning the box to a property that's not a listing? So it's not in Paragon, it's maybe a rental or...
Good question. Can I assign the box to a listing that isn't in Paragon? Okay, or maybe it's not in Paragon yet. You can put a box on a property and A, you can leave it unassigned, or B, you can go into the SentryLock website and add a listing. It doesn't have to be in Paragon. You can just add a listing. So for example, if it was a rental, just realize that anyone that has a Sentry card or is a RAM member can access the key compartment for the box. So you wouldn't want to put it on like your own house. So, all right, let's move forward. So we talked about the app, right? We've talked about it can open the key compartment. It can release the shackle. It doesn't require any updating. It just automatically updates itself. I can assign one-day codes, right? You can basically do everything from the app. How many of you, after hearing all this, sound like the app is the way to go? You're going to use the app. Hopefully everyone's hand is in the air. Okay, great. You can also use the Sentry card, your RAM member ID card, to access the lock boxes as well. You can open the key compartment, you can release the shackle, and you can assign lockboxes to listings. Now you have some demo equipment in front of you. I'm going to ask politely that you don't pick it up until I ask you to, otherwise there'll be a lot of beeping and noises, okay? I'd like to demonstrate how to use it, and then we'll all do it together, okay? Sound good? All right. So first thing first, when I walk up to the lockbox, what's the first thing I always do? I always press enter, right? Wakes the lockbox up. I'm going to slide the gold chip of the card into the lockbox, face up, just like that. It's going to give me a code light. It's going to ask me for my 4-digit PIN. For training purposes, what was my PIN today? 1, 2, 3. Right. I'm going to press 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have to follow it with enter. Always end with enter. I've got a green ready light to open the key compartment. I just pull down on the face of the card. The lockbox is going to give me a green ready light. I can open the face of the lockbox. Okay? So if you're just a showing agent, you don't have lockboxes and you want to use your card, that's how easy it is. You slide the card in, 4-digit PIN and enter, pull the card out. Pretty simple, right? Okay. Let's take a look at what's inside this lockbox. You've got a gray key compartment right here. It's an oversized key bin. You can put keys, key fobs, breath mints, business cards, whatever you want in there. Okay? You're also going to notice when we open it up that there's a sticker in there that says keys go here. If you flip it over, there's a sticker right here that says keys do not go here. Okay? So you can figure out where the keys go. When you're ready to close this, I recommend just using 2 thumbs and pressing it shut. Once it's closed, it's not opening up. Okay? You guys ready to try this all together? Okay, this will work well if everybody stays on the same page and nobody goes ahead. Okay? So first and foremost, before we start, let's separate the card and the box. Everyone ready? Everyone got the card in the hand? You have a card? Everyone's got a card? Excellent. Okay. First things first is press enter on the lockbox to wake it up. Next, we're going to slide the card in the box and stop right there. You should receive a code light. If you don't, look at your neighbors. Now, all together, we're going to press 1, 2, 3, 4, enter, and hold right there. Should have the green ready light. Okay? If you do not have a green ready light, you do not press 1, 2, 3, 4, enter. Now, all together, we can pull the card out. You're going to hear a motor noise, but just look at the box. When you see the green ready light, that's when you can open the face of the lockbox. Okay? Everyone got it? That's great. All right. If you didn't get it, look off your neighbor, or I'll stick around after to show you. Okay? You guys can go ahead and put the boxes down for now. Now I'm going to show you how to release the shackle and assign the lockbox to the listing. Okay? Chances are, if 99% of you are going to use your phone, your card is going to be a great backup tool. Your phone dies on the last listing, you can use your card to access the box. Okay? This next slide or this next video is a little bit longer and has a little bit more information in it. Don't get overwhelmed, but this is going to be directed to anyone that's going to be using the card primarily. Okay? That's going to show us how to release the shackle, how to assign the lockbox to the listing, and how to put the keys in.
Placing a lockbox on a property is easy as 1, 2, 3 with the Sentry card. To begin with, insert the Sentry card into the lockbox. You'll receive the code light. Input your PIN and press enter and you'll receive the green ready. Type in function 1 enter to release the shackle. Hold on to the body of the lockbox at this point as the shackle will completely detach from the box. Please do not reattach the shackle during the red D&D light. Once you receive the next green ready light, you'll want to assign the box to the property using function 2, the numeric portion of the house address or the MLS number, and enter. Then type in function 3 enter, and you'll open that key compartment. Once you receive the green ready, you can pull open the key compartment, place the keys in the lockbox, and then shut that key compartment once you receive the final green ready light. At this point, you can remove the Sentry card and place the lockbox on the property by reattaching the shackle.
Okay, so a lot there, right? After seeing that, how many are saying, wow, I'm really going to use the app now? It's much easier, right? Okay. So what did we learn? We learned how to release the shackle. We learned how to assign the lockbox. We call this the 1, 2, 3 method, okay? We're going to call it the 1, 2, 3 method because it's easy as 1, 2, 3, and we're going to use function 1, 2, and 3. For most of you, you're going to assign the boxes and release the shackle with the app. For those that aren't, this is how you're going to put the lockbox on the property. So, much like an ATM, when you slide your card in and type your PIN in, if the card stays in the lockbox, you don't have to type your PIN in again. You can just go through all 3 steps. You can do them in any fashion. You can do 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, but my recommendation is 1, 2, 3. First, you're going to release the shackle by pressing function 1 enter after you've typed in your 4-digit PIN. That will release the shackle. Next, we get a lot of questions about how to assign the lockbox to the property. On the app, when you release the shackle, it's going to ask you where are you putting this property. With the card, there's nothing to ask you, so you're going to tell it. You're going to press function 2 and the numeric portion of the street address or the MLS number. So if I've got 123 Main Street, it's going to be function 2, 123, enter. Let's say I'm selling a condo and there's multiple condos at the same address. If you only have one of those condos, the street address is going to work fine, God bless you, because it's going to pull your Paragon information. If you're selling 3 of those condos, A, B, and C, then it's probably best to use the MLS number. Okay? The last thing, function 3, enter, is going to open the key compartment. Okay? Now, for those of you that say, wow, this is a lot to remember, if you just want to flip your card over, this information is always on the back of the card. Okay? Hey, all right, okay? Now, since most everyone is going to be doing this with their phone, I'm just going to demonstrate this one time and then we're going to move on, okay? So if you want to put your lock boxes down, I will show you exactly how I'm going to do this, okay? There's some information on here I don't want you to miss, okay? So first and foremost, I'm going to press enter on the lock box. Next, I'm going to slide the card to the box, type in my 4-digit PIN, get the green ready light. To release the shackle, I'm going to press function 1, enter. You're going to hear a series of triple beeps. This is your warning to hold onto the lockbox because the shackle is completely detachable. When you get the green ready light, that's when you can lift up and remove the shackle. You're going to notice a red D&D light. That means don't put the shackle back in. Do not disturb. When you have the green ready light again, the shackle goes back on, and now it's on the door. Next, we're going to assign it. Function 2, 123, enter. I used 123 because I'm selling 123 Main Street. Lastly, I'm going to press function 3, enter. The key compartment's going to open. Okay? So if you're going to use a card, that is how you're going to primarily put the lockbox on the property. Drop the keys in, close the box, pull the card, and you're gone. Okay? Again, I imagine most of you are probably going to use your phone at this point, right? Okay, so let's talk about this card. Let's talk about the lockbox. How does this information get back to the server? How do I get notified if someone uses their card to access my lockbox? Okay? It's done so through a process called renewing your Sentry card. When you use your phone to access the box, it's going to use your cell network to send that showing notification out instantly. Okay? When you use your card, you have to renew the card. All right? How do I renew the card? I'm going to use this right here called a reader. Has anyone ever been to the RAM office for meetings and they haven't had you check in with the reader? Okay? It's done so through a very similar process. Okay? When I put the card in the reader, it's going to pull all the access information that I've been to and upload it to the server. So, in theory, I visit this property at noon, I go home at 5 o'clock, and I renew my card. Rich doesn't get a showing notification until 5 o'clock when I renew my card. Okay? Let's say I show the property at noon, someone else comes back and shows the property at 2 p.m. with their phone. Their phone is going to pull my access as well and report it to the listing agent. Okay? Now, of the 20 classes we've done so far, there's probably 4 or 5, maybe 6 people that are primarily going to be using the card, just FYI. So what happens if they don't renew the card? They won't be able to use the card if it is expired. Okay? What this means is they need to renew the card every day they want to use it. Does that mean they have to renew it every day? No, just every day they want to use it. So you want to use the card today, you renew the card, it's going to be good for the day. You don't have any showings tomorrow, the next day you've got a showing on Saturday, you renew the card on Saturday morning, it's good for the entire day. Okay? So if the card is expired, it won't let you get into the property. Dan, what happens if I go to the property and I forgot to renew my card? Or I'm using my phone, I get to the last listing, my phone dies, I have the card in my purse or wallet or glove box like you told me. I always have my card. How do I get into the box if my card is expired? Well, you're going to flip the card over, borrow your client's phone, and call the number on the back of the card. They're going to give you a CARS renewal code to renew the card at the lockbox. That will renew your card for the rest of the day, so you can continue accessing boxes. Okay? With the card reader, you can also do a couple other advanced features. You can customize the lockbox. We talked about customizing the hours of operation, and you can also change the PIN. Okay? These readers can be purchased from RAM for $25. They are Mac, PC compatible. You can use your card in any reader. So if a brokerage has a lot of agents and they want to pick up a reader to have on just a desktop that's sitting out front, That would be our suggestion. Anyone can renew their card at any reader. Okay? If you purchase a reader, you're going to receive the instructions on how to download the free card utility software. Once you install the software and you slide the card in, it will automatically pull up your name, your photo, and your password. I'm sorry, your name and your photo. You'll have to enter your password. Okay? This is the same information you use to log into the website. This is the same information you use to log into the mobile app. Okay? As far as I know, your password is the last four of your social unless you've changed it. Once you click Login, you're going to notice a button right here that says Renew SentriCard. When you renew the SentriCard, it takes about 30 seconds to send all that information up. This red bar will go green. Red means stop, green means go. And the card will be renewed for the rest of the day. One thing, if you renew the card after 4 p.m., it will give you an additional day. So just FYI. So if you renew your card at 6 o'clock at night, it's not good till midnight that night. It's good till midnight the next night. Okay. Also, change PIN. You can change your PIN right here. Simply select that box. I can help you do it after. Any of the SentriLock staff or Maui staff can help you change your PIN if you'd like to change your PIN, as long as you have your RAM card with you. Any 4 to 6 digit number cannot start with a 0. Can't be 1111 or 1234. It can be pretty simple, it just can't be uberly simple. Okay? Think about it as like your ATM number, and you don't want to write your PIN number on your card, kind of like you don't want to write your PIN number on your ATM, right? If you're going to use your card as your primary form of access, my suggestion is to use that auto renewal settings button. Okay? There are 2 options when you get into the auto renewal settings button. Number 1, you can have it set up that anytime you put your card into the reader, it will automatically renew it. Number 2, you can set up a time to automatically renew it. So I say midnight every night I want this to renew my card. I walk in the office, I put my card on the reader, I walk out. At midnight every night, I know it's going to automatically renew itself every day. That way, when I do have a showing on Saturday, I just pull the card out, I know it was renewed the last night, I'm good to go. Okay?
So wait, does that mean you don't have to put it in the reader anymore?
You'll still have to put it in the reader for it to renew it. The question was, do I have to put it in the reader for it to renew it? Yep. Yes, ma'am?
How long does it stay in the reader?
The question was, how long does it stay in the reader? Do you mean, how long does it take to renew the card?
Yeah.
To renew the card, it takes less than a minute. So on average, I would say it takes around 30 to 40 seconds. Okay.
And you're talking one of those cards, not the RAM card.
The question was, am I talking about one of these cards? I'm talking about a smart card, the same RAM card you have.
The RAM card?
Yes.
Okay.
The purpose of this is for security reasons that this has to be renewed all the time?
What is the purpose of renewing the SentriCard? Okay. If I access your lockbox with this card, this information needs to get to Rich for him to know that you accessed the property. That is done so when you renew the card. Okay? Now, we have what's called a single key design. Okay? What this means is that you can't use the card and the phone in the same day. Okay? In theory, the mobile app takes priority, takes precedence. So you're using your phone, your phone dies, you pull your card out, you call the number on the back of the card, they help you renew it for the day. You charge your phone up, it will not let you go back to the phone for the remainder of the day. Okay? This is so you can't just give your card to your client and say, here, you go check out that property, I'm going to go with these other clients and use my phone. You can't have 2 in the same day. All right? If you renew the card, it will turn the phone app off for the day. Yes, sir?
If I go to a RAM function in the morning and I have to check in with that thing, will it shut off my application?
Good question. If I go to a RAM function in the morning and check in with my card, will it shut off my app? No, it will not. The only time it will shut the app off is if you renew the card or change the PIN. So FYI, if anyone wants me to help them change the PIN later, I can do that. Just realize it will turn the app off for the day. You can still access boxes with your card, just not with the app for the day. Any other questions about the single key design? Awesome. Excellent. Okay, so let's review a little bit. We've talked about assigning the lockbox with the mobile app. When you release a shackle, it just asks you, what of your listings are you putting this on? Do you want to put it on a listing? Yes or no? Which one? If you use the card, you're going to use the function to, the street address, and then enter, right? Let's talk about showing notifications and access logs. When you receive a showing notification, you're going to have a showing notification pop up that says the listing address is shown by the agent, the location of the lockbox serial number, the date, the time, the showing agent. You're also going to have their company information, the company, the telephone number, and the email address. You can also have this set up to deliver this by text message it'll be the exact same information. The first time you log into the website, it's going to ask you to confirm your preferences. Your preferences are going to ask you, do you want these showing notifications? Yes or no? Do you want them delivered ASAP? Maybe you have 500 showings a day and you just want them all sent at 9 a.m. You can choose to do that as well. Do you want them via email, text, both? How would you like that done? Okay. You had a question, sir?
Can I turn off access to the box for all cards and smartphones except my own?
Good question. Can I turn off all lock boxes except for your own? My suggestion... Turn off access for anyone else other than yourself. Okay. We have what's an advanced feature called a call before showing mode. It's in a couple slides, but we'll talk about it now. The call before showing mode is going to block anyone from accessing that box that doesn't have your call before showing code. Where do you find your call before showing code? Right here. When everyone leaves here today, there's going to be a little goodie bag that has a pocket reference guide. I don't know if I have one on me or not. A pocket reference guide which will have the instructions for turning on the mode. Here's how the call before showing mode works. Typically, I would walk up to a lockbox, press enter, type it, click it on my app, type in my PIN, the box would open. If a call before showing mode has been enabled, it will say on the app, a CBS mode has been enabled, please type in the CBS code. I have to contact the lockbox owner to get the CBS code. Some agents are electing to use the CBS mode on some of their higher end listings, like $5 million listing, because they don't want anyone to access the property without them contacting them first. Okay? You could, in theory, turn that call before showing mode on and never give the code out so no one could access the box except for you. If you're using a smart card and you try to access the box, when you pull the card out to retrieve the keys, it will flash code again. Okay? Great question. Does anyone have any questions about the CBS mode or CBS codes? Excellent. Okay, so back on the website, if you'd like to view the access logs for your lock boxes without using the mobile app, you can go to sentrilock.com and click on My Lock Boxes. This is going to display all of your lock boxes. This particular person has two. We have one here and one here. We're not really concerned about the serial numbers, but we are concerned about the location. This one is probably in our office or in the back of our car rolling around. This one is on a listing. We're curious about the access log, so we're going to select View. This is going to bring up a date range. Do I want to see all accesses for the box as long as I've owned it? Do I want to see the past 30 days? Do I want to see it since it's been on the last property? Maybe the homeowner says, I want to see who's been in the property from May 1st to May 20th. You can select those dates. You can download it as a PDF and save it and email it, print it out, or you can just view it in real time. If you click View Log, this is what an access log looks like. First, we have when the lockbox was accessed, the date and the time, who accessed the lockbox, their name, their company, their phone number, their email address, what type of access it was. Was it a Bluetooth access, smart BLE, Bluetooth low energy, it's what smart Bluetooth is. Was it a one-day code that it was generated? Was it a one-day code that was used? Was it a Sentry card access? Where was the lockbox when it was accessed? Okay. Anything in white is owner access. Anything in yellow is non-owner access, and anything in green is a one-day code. The access log report is going to show when a one-day code was generated and when a one-day code was used. So for whatever instance, if someone used the one-day code 7 times in the 2-hour window that the code will work for, you're going to see that. Now, that one-day code is not going to get back to the report until someone accesses the box with their phone to pull that information. Okay? You had a question?
Yeah, you said the green is the one-day code. Okay, looks like they entered on Sunday, May 10th, and left on Wednesday, but there's no time. You said there'd be time.
Anything in green is the generated one-day code. So that is when a code was generated. Anything in yellow is when a code was used at the lockbox. So you can see the yellow, the code was used at 8:57. Okay? All right. Okay, so some best practices about the lockbox. The lockbox is water resistant, it's not waterproof. As long as you hang it as close to vertical as possible, you'll be fine. Okay? That means this is fine, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. All this is fine except for this. This is not fine. The lockbox was not built to drain water like this, so if you sit it like this, you may encounter some problems. You also may encounter some problems if you just throw it in the ocean. Okay? It's not waterproof, just water resistant. Okay? If you hang it as close to vertical as possible, you won't have a problem. For those of you that purchase multiple lock boxes, we encourage you to rotate them. That doesn't mean like rotate them. That means the first one out the door goes to the last line. Second one out the door, when it comes back, goes to the last of the line. This is going to help maximize battery life. Dan, these lock boxes have batteries? Yes, they have 2 primary lithium cells in there. They're a CR123A battery. They will typically last on average between 5 and 7 years, depending on climate, storage, and use. When the lockbox battery gets low, it's going to shoot you an email that says, hey, it's time to cover the lockbox, or time to change the battery in the lockbox. Well, how much are the batteries? The batteries are free. They're covered under warranty through RAM. When that time comes, chances are in about 4 to 4.5 years, you're going to start seeing some emails come out that say, it's time to change your batteries. They're good for 5 to 7 years. We're at year 4. It's probably best we just change them now. Come in and get your free batteries. Okay? Anything that fits inside the lockbox must go in the gray key bin. We don't want you to remove the gray key bin, and you don't need to lubricate the lockbox at all. Okay, so let's review. We've talked about the SentrySmart mobile application. It can open the key compartment, release the shackle, generate one-day codes, view access logs. I don't have to renew anything. It automatically updates all my credentials. Once I'm logged in, I just go out the door. It's always ready. You can access boxes with your smart card. Just remember you have to renew it via a reader in order for it to be active for the day. Okay. Now let's talk about working together as a team. So let's say you work with somebody that you want them to have access to your lockboxes. If you add someone to your team, they can see your listings, add one-day codes for your lockboxes, and and release the shackle for the lockbox. They can basically do anything that you can do in the lockbox, except you still physically own it. Okay. If you would like to set up an agent teams, there are 3 ways to do it. Number 1, see me afterwards, I can set it up for you. Number 2, you can call the support department and just say, I'd like to add this person to my team. Number 3, you can do it on the website. It is very simple on the website. You click the button that says Agent Team, you click the button that says Add Team Member, and it asks you, which RAM member would you like to add to your team? Just remember that if I add Rich to my team, he can see all my boxes, but I can't see his boxes until he adds me to his team. The few that I've done out here in Maui, it has been basically a one-way street. Someone has owned the boxes always, and someone is going to access those boxes as well. Okay? We talked a little bit about the advanced features. I'm not going to go into too much of them. I could probably teach another 45-minute class just on the advanced features. Just realize the CBS mode is probably the most popular one. You may want to be aware of it in case you do run into it. Okay? If you're going to use a CBS mode on your lockbox, please put that information in the listing information in the MLS. That way someone doesn't go out there and then find out you've got a CBS code on the box. Okay? We have a Paragon integration coming soon. It's already built. We're just getting ready to apply it to Maui's system settings. When you log in, you'll be able to see your lock boxes, your access logs, your card access. That way, if you only want to dabble in one system, you can just go to the Paragon system and see what's going on with your SentriLock activity. Okay, what will I get today? If you purchase lock boxes, you're going to receive lock boxes. Everyone here is going to receive their card carrier sheet, which has their information on it. Again, their PIN, their username and password, and their codes. I showed you guys how to change your PIN. If you would like help, I can certainly help you do that. When you leave here today, if you would like to purchase a reader, you can do so through RAM. They will include the instructions on how to install the software. You're also going to receive a helpful resource information guide. This is basically a piece of paper that says these are the top 5 things that people want to know as soon as they start off on the system. All right? You're also going to receive a Homeowner Advantage flyer. I really like this flyer. It's built as a free marketing tool for you to include in your listing presentation so you can give to your homeowner. This is why I'm electing to put an electronic lockbox on your property. Okay? I can see exactly who's been inside there. I can give you a one-day code for when you lock yourself out like you did last week. It's the most secure lockbox on the market. I can customize it so people can come in and out to your schedule. It states all this stuff and basically applies it to the homeowner. This is free. It is included in your goodie bag, but if you go to the SentriLock website, you can download this and customize it with your name and your company information so it looks like you built it. Pretty nice tool. Okay, where to go to get help? Chances are you probably won't remember every single word I said today. Hopefully not. We have a great support department. Does anybody want to guess where our support center is? Cincinnati, Ohio. That's right. So when you call and you talk to Bob, you are actually talking to Bob in Cincinnati. If you flip your Sentry card over, we have the number on the back. There are also some message indicator lights as far as what the lights mean on the lock boxes if you ever get caught up. We have a YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter page for those of you that are into social media. My personal favorite is the YouTube page. So let's say you want a little bit more information about the CBS code. How do I use it? How do I turn it on the box? You can go to the YouTube page. You can watch the video over and over and over again until you get it. Okay? This is a shot of our lovely support department in Cincinnati. Our support hours are 8 to midnight Eastern Standard Time, which equates to 3 to 6 HST. If for whatever reason you call outside of those hours, we have a 24-hour automated line. On the 24-hour automated line, you can renew your card. You can, so if your phone died and you need to renew your card, you can do it through the automated line. If you want to get a one-day code, you can do that as well. We have a 513 number as well as a toll-free number in case you go to Canada and need to use the toll-free number. Terry suggested you save the number, though in the app, in the bottom right-hand corner, there is a support button. You click that, and it will automatically call. Okay? Are there any general questions or things that I didn't cover that you guys have questions on before I let you go? No questions. Excellent. All right. Well, thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. We're going to let you